Welcome back to the sportiest stream. It's been so long since I've seen anybody here. But it's great to be back. It feels great to be back. Oh my goodness, today is a great day for all of you here on the sportiest stream. We've got some royalty series action here tonight. Team SYN Esports, 100x35 Snowcones. A 3v3 matchup. Both these teams are currently 1-1. You can see the Snowcones in their week 1 match where they lost in a game 5 to game 5 actually to Swordfish. I want to make sure I get the right team. What team was it? It was Swordfish SYN. That same week it was the first week for Team SYN as well in this tournament where they did get a win, and currently their only win of the season, a 3-1 victory over Faded Force. And then week 2 saw the inverse of that one here for these teams. While Snowcones got their win over RC Mythic, it was Team SYN who got their loss in that week to Swordfish Aqua. So a different Swordfish team. Wanted to make sure I got the correct one for all of you out there who like to know that kind of stuff. And if any of you have also been on the stream long enough, you'll know this Team SYN Esports roster, while different from what we've seen before, has been on the stream before. Specifically, we've seen Luigi Nava and Eli Marcus. Luigi Nava, seen on a couple different times here play for Team SYN Esports. Eli Marcus was on the Team SYN Esports Challenger roster. The last time though we've seen Team SYN was back in September when it took on Infinite Shots in the All-Star semifinals, back in the Skyward series, well, interesting place for them to be. For us though, again, very interesting to see how they'll be here again with a new roster, because added to that roster is Sergeb, I believe it's Sergeb. And again, Snowcones, Sunzy, Solar, Brady, and Gray, the same players seen all season long. They haven't made any changes since week 1. See how they do here tonight. Again, our one and only match as well, so our return to Rocket League Esports action. I would say a very fun time here on this stream. But we'll get to see exactly what will happen very soon. Again, it's Team SYN Esports, X35 Snowcones off X35 Esports, who've been on the stream so often. York, as you say, the team itself, this is only their second time on the stream. Although for all of these players, this is not even, this is one of many times they've been on the stream. Stunzy, Solar, Gray have all been on the stream many times before. Brady, though, we've only seen since his join in the Snowcones, so you can always get to see these guys, but we won't be seeing Brady here tonight, unfortunately. It's going to be Stunzy, Solar, and Gray playing here for the Snowcones. I think it's I want to say that might be the same roster they did the last time they were on this stream, so they've had no changes from who they have playing here. Again, I want to check who they had week 1. I think it's the exact same players, if I'm not wrong. This evening, we've got no, it's not actually. Brady was here last time, so it is Solar who's playing this time instead of Brady. But again, still a very good roster with a lot of very good players. This is a best of 5, and both these teams are 1-1. So they've won once, they've lost once. They both know what it's like. They both kind of sing in the middle here, although game differential does favor the Snowcones quite heavily, if you care about that. But let's be real honest, game differential doesn't mean anything when it comes to matches like these, and so both these teams need to perform well. This is their best of 5 matchup, their return to the stream for both these teams. For one, it's only been about 2 weeks since we last seen them. For the other, it's been many, many months. In a league that now is defunct, that has merged into the Royalty Series, Team SYN Esports return. Can they take down our X35 Snowcones? The battle begins as the Mexican organization in Team SYN, the Puerto Rican organization in X35 Snowcones. Generally speaking, though, Team SYN a little bit more true. And that I'm almost certain that at least 2/3 of this roster is actually from Mexico. Whereas for Snowcones, they may be an org that is from Puerto Rico, but they themselves aren't all, or even from Puerto Rico themselves. The vast majority of them are from the US, but they're looking to represent their org very well. 135 Esports, very scary organization overall. They have so many teams now in this World Series, and Snowcones one of many. Very tough to distinguish yourself in that situation. Team SYN, but I think only have 1 or 2 V teams. They still have that challenger roster. That's Eli Marcus was a part of in the past. Though obviously that team completely changed now. Team SYN, another thing that makes them so interesting is the fact that they only have 3 players. This is a roster that has no subs, no coaches. It's just these 3 players on their own against the world, and well, maybe that will work well for them. Luigi Nava already off to a great start. The Team SYN Esports captain of a very, very long time. At least a couple years that he's been the captain of this team. He'll be the one to strike first here in week 3. 125 Snowcones. And one of very few 125 Esports rosters to have lost in their debut match on this stream. Very often, 125 wins on this stream. An org that overall seems to have a benefit of playing on the stream now. I think a lot of people would be pointing to the fact that I am on that org as a partnered caster, that maybe that's one of the reasons they're doing so well, but I mean, you could say that. I say it's just because this org generally seems to find so much good talent. But we'll see if Snowcones can get their first win on the stream. Again, they are one of very few. It's very uncommon that an 125 team does not win in their debut match on this stream. Just trying to rebound from that. They already got their win in week 2, so at this point, just looking for that positive record that they have not seen yet this season. Team SYN Esports had a sniff of that after week 1. Again, that 3-1 victory. But ever since losing that, they're trying to recover a little bit more, a little bit of that momentum. 125 needs to find some offense here. Solo able to get there. Surjeb able to get that play by Stunzy, but Eli Marcus is waiting in the midfield. Gray's a bit too slow to challenge. Solar will get back in time, and 125 Esports just don't feel like they're on the same page right now. A good amount of misrotations, and the players that they have, players like Gray, who are so rotation based. Your team doesn't have that rotation. He often seems to sometimes fall a bit blunt. They cannot let that happen, especially not with a player like Gray, who is MVP caliber. When you give him the right tools for success, as Eli Marcus trying to answer back. Team SYN Esports able to find their chances. That one's gone the wrong way. Luigi Nava, will he get back? No, he won't. It's an own goal that will tie this game at 1. A mistake from Surjeb, the most recent addition, the only player on Team SYN who has not represented this org on this stream in the past. That is a mistake that will cost his team dearly and could have huge ramifications for the rest of Game 1 and potentially beyond that. The Snowcones with their first goal of the series, it really didn't feel like it was deserved for how they've been playing so far, but they're not complaining. The goal is adding one more to that tally. Still searching here, Gray, who, again, a lot of you will know from his time in the Rocket League Splash series. One of the leading admins of that server as well. Great person as well. Huge shoutouts. I absolutely love what he has done in that division. Obviously, though, a very different league, a very different place to be in. Like RLSS and the Royalty Series, your matches are determined every single week, not at the start of the season. So you don't know who you're going to play against until every match is concluded. Wins, really being able to make adjustments. This format benefits teams that can do that a lot more often because you can't prepare for every match you get in the regular season. The major differences between this league and the Rocket League Splash series, this league, and that generally favors up seeding a little bit better. Usually has a little bit better seeding because of that way that it does their matches. But it's one that still has a ton of competition. The thing about RLSS that allows it to be so successful, even with its predetermined format, is that every single team in it seems to be so competitive as, oh my goodness, Solar! That is an incredible air dribble. Picks it up and he really never left it. All of Team SYN had left the goal line. I don't think they were ready for that dribble to be turned up to 11 from Solar. But he finds the play, he finds that control out of nowhere. And Snowcones 5 Snowcones now. From 1 goal down now, 1 goal up. All about holding it here. Eli Marcus, lead back by Gray. Team SYN Esports still waiting on this one as that play in front. It's Luigi Nava to tuck it in. And with 10 seconds left, Team SYN Esports have scored late and have scored truthfully. Tied in the final seconds, rescued by the team captain. Luigi Nava has come in clutch. Team SYN Esports rally behind him to take game 1. Stunzy wants that answer to be no, but unable to get the flip reset. We have overtime. And for a match as impressive as this one has been, that goal's gonna come quickly! It's Gray! And as I said, he's MVP caliber for a reason. It may not look pretty, but that's game 1. One of the X35 Snowcones will take it. And for Team SYN Esports, it's been weird mistakes in that midfield that have hurt them dearly. Of the 3 goals the Snowcones have scored, 1 was an own goal with a bad back pass, the other a bad kickoff. And our team as frenetic as Team SYN Esports can be, that does mean that consistency is an issue for them. But at least for game 1, they haven't looked too terrible. Luigi Nava taking that leadership position to heart. He really is making sure that when teams are looking at him, they really are looking at him. He's always been that team leader. He's never left this roster. He's never left his captain position, and that's for good reason. He's got a lot here that he's already proven on this stream. That I don't think he's one of those players that doesn't have anything to prove anymore out of Team SYN Esports. He's found his level. He can definitely turn it up a notch, but he's a player that we know is going to do well in this All-Star division. The question I do have is Eli Marcus. He's the player that came from the Challenger division. He's one of the lower ranked players in this All-Star division, sponsored by Mayhem. We'll see if there is any way that we'll see them come back into this. I mean, it was quite likely that it would be the case, but it all comes down to how these teams perform. And that we're going into game number 2. X35 Snowcones knew they got away with one there in game 1. It was not a game that they had looked their best in. Team SYN Esports aren't really going to... I don't think they're going to need to change all that much. Maybe just fix that consistency issue. But other than that, X35 Snowcones are a team they can beat, but not when they're making plays like that. That is perfectly timed. It'll pass up for Solar, the X Neon player. That is great timing here as Gray and Marcus able to clear it off that crossbar. Now Luigi Nava, he's already scored all here. He'll do it again. That's a beautiful flick, a little demo to add more. And Luigi Nava on a tear. Right by the last defender. And it is tied at 1 each. That one whiffed on Stunzy. Solar still waiting, but that one's kind of missed the target here, and Snowcones still attacking Gray. Working for the midfield. Now he's got the dunk on Eli Marcus. In comes Solar, but he wasn't able to connect. They weren't on the same page. Snowcones still keeping offense. Stunzy! Oh, he's found the front post. Great shooting, great accuracy. And it is Stunzy who has found the net. And Snowcones lead 2-1. It was the scoreline that marked the end of Game 1. But Team SYN Esports want more, and that's a big mistake. Eli Marcus dribbling to net. This one kept out. Now in comes Surjab, and the net's opened for him. Team SYN have got another. And sorry, the scoreline was 3-2, not 2-1. But just the same, we're guaranteed to have a 3-2 scoreline somehow. As that one started with a double commit in that defense, Snowcones still have not been able to shut things down as easily as they did against Swordfish. But again, this is a very different team than what we saw from Swordfish in Week 1. This team a lot faster, a lot meaner on offense. They're going to score a lot more often too. And Luigi Nava's getting his second. It is now 3-2, but it's 3-2 for Team SYN. And for 135 Snowcones, as I said, at Game 1, it left a lot to be desired out of them. I'm sure they know it, and they're going to want more. Gray, off the kickoff. It's 3-3, and we're not even 90 seconds in this one. 6 goals combined in less than 90 seconds. The goal a little over every 10 seconds, a little under every 15 seconds. And there is no shortage or showing of stopping here anytime soon. Solar kept out by Surjab, and we'll find that play out here. Stunzy's gonna look for that offense, but no one upfield. And in a game as aggressive as this is, and really teams like to keep that offense going, like to pile it on over and over. But what's gonna win games like these is that defense. Is how do you block the other team from getting their chances? The chances are gonna come. It's just how do you defend them? Because right now, Team SYN don't have an answer. Snowcones have another from Solar, and again, showing off that air dribble. This time, you'll fake the high air dribble and go for the ground pinch. Arcs 35 Snowcones will go up 4-3. Now 7 goals from both these teams. Stunzy able to get the clear. Eli Marcus kept out by Solar. Luigi Nava coming in. He's going to be the player to watch out for if you're X25 Snowcones. He has been the most adept on offense. And his play is definitely going to hinge on whether Team SYN can win these games or not. As Surjab. Oh, he's missed that one there for Solar, but he's there to the rescue. Team SYN Esports still looking midfield. Another pass. Gray has this one. And that's the kind of control, that's the kind of mentality that Gray has. He's such a calm player. Someone who has, again, won the Rocket League Splash Series in the past, one of the toughest tournaments to win. And has been on top-level rosters in the SYN Tournament Series as well. He's had no surprises when it comes to what he's been able to do out here. And it should come as no surprise that his mentality is one of the best out that I can think of. Even though he may not be that mechanical type player, he's a true team leader in times. In this game right now, even he has to feel a little bit nervous. It's only a 1-goal lead, and Team SYN Esports have held on to offense here. Eli Marcus stopped by Stunzy, but he's run out of boost. Solar unable to get through Surjab, but Gray already up. Luigi Nava will keep him away. X35 Snowcones still unable to get their chances, as that's a great pass. Surjab stopped by Solar. Eli Marcus. Solar. Stunzy bumps out here as Solar is still on top of this. Luigi Nava chased down by Stunzy here, just trying to remove the captain out of Team SYN Esports. And he's been such a big issue so far that they really don't want to have him do anything on this field if you're on the Snowcones. Again, that's the issue with Eli Marcus and Surjab. They just haven't done enough to make this team all that well-rounded. Scary thing as well, when you got a player like Luigi Nava, who is so good, who really does seem to be able to do just about anything on offense. He needs to have those teammates around him be as supportive. Because this Team SYN Esports is a team that it tries their hardest to be well-rounded, to try to have a three-man killer offense, and playstyle that you can see they have the capabilities of it. It just doesn't seem to come together. And instead, starts to rely a lot more on Luigi Nava, and while he will show up at whenever his team needs him, can't rely on that to be able to win you matches. And as time ticks away, we've had 7 goals for the vast majority of this time. Team SYN trying to make that 8, but Gray will be there. Off the corner, Sergev, up Luigi Nava, 0 seconds! Luigi Nava will send us to our 2nd straight overtime! It was so simple too, it was an off the corner pass, sent in front, but Luigi Nava saw it. And he's put it through, and the very last play in regulation. And we've gone to the kickoff spot once again. But it's gonna end almost just as quickly. Eli Marcus able to keep that away. Gray, 70 boost. Luigi Nava first to challenge. Now Sergev leaving this one actually. It's and another attempt there for that challenge as Team SYN have settled gotten away with this. Sergev, Stunzy just wants this one away. Gray gets past Eli Marcus. Nobody back. Gray stopped by Luigi Nava. And Arc35 Snowcones. Be a 2nd straight OT win. A lot of this game, they have been the team leading, taking the forefront. It's not easy to be in that position and take the OT as we've got a little Rule 1 over here. Luigi Nava in a headlock. I believe it's with Gray. This should favor 135 Snowcones, you would think. Everything taken away. Luigi Nava feels like their most aggressive type player, but they've got offense here. Stunzy, Solar able to keep it out still. Great, and Luigi Nava sitting on the side, almost near that touchline over there. Solar, the dribble, gets past Eli Marcus. Sergev will block. Snowcones. And you think maybe Luigi Nava should try to break that Rule 1. Team SYN, much more favored in the 3s aspect. I don't know how 2 is going to favor them here as Sergev dunked by Stunzy. Stunzy and Solar both owning their true 2's ability. They've already switched to their 2v2 type playstyle. I'm trying to make it work as Stunzy's been beat. Solar's got to get back. Oh, the shot's just wide from Eli Marcus. As the Rule 1's been broken there. We saw Team SYN finally telling Luigi Nava to get back in the play. I think they had the same idea I did, but without Luigi Nava, a lot of that offense is gone, but Solar, make that flip reset. Stunzy, able to fool Sergev. But Gray has definitely found an outplay here. He'll go for net. Sergev, Luigi Nava, both jumping at it, but will be Sergev with boosts. Solar completely left his goal spot. That should have ended this OT. He left the net wide open for Team SYN to take. He'll be very fortunate it doesn't go in. In fact, he's gonna look for one himself. In front for Gray! Saved by Luigi Nava! He's got on the line, and he stood tall! The Team SYN veteran! What a block that's kept the overtime going! Snowcones looking for another play. Solar wins the 50, but it will go high. Eli Marcus preventing Gray from shooting. Infield pass. Solar unable to connect. And 135 Snowcones still searching, but Eli Marcus is ready for it. Stunty though, maybe they're not ready for this. It's off the bar. Gray, everybody committed for Team SYN, but it will be cleared off the line. They'll go again. Gray, Stunzy. Offense galore for the Snowcones, but they cannot find the net. That touch from Gray's gone the wrong direction. Luigi Nava will end it. And for all that he's done so well, that's going to be what Gray will be thinking about after this game. A mistake that you rarely see from a player as calm as he is. A gift for Luigi Nava. Absolute tragedy for 100x35 Snowcones and Gray. And for a game as high scoring, a player like Luigi Nava is going to be favored. What an end to game 2. We've had 2 straight overtimes. And both have been just as exciting as the other. We're guaranteed a 3rd game in this series and then a 4th. Where 135 Snowcones, once again, they're struggling to provide enough consistency here. It always feels like their series bounce back and forth. But again, we've just ended our second game here. Pressure is on for the Snowcones because with how many shots they had that game, it was 17 in total. They shot well, but that defense not play as good as they needed it to. They need a lot more saves. Both these teams need a lot more saves. It's no surprise that that's the weakness of both these teams with how aggressive they both want to play. It's going to be defense that wins this series, not offense. But in that series, it was 135 Snowcones defense that gave up that final goal. So now we go into our third game, and 135 Snowcones. You would think they are going to get pretty desperate for a win here, knowing that they're in the favorable position, but Luigi Nava is not going to let them have it. Only took 11 seconds, and I see Sunsi there. He was not ready for that. Left the play and his net. And that just means for the Snowcones, they're going to need at 2 at this point. Again, with Luigi Nava still as annoying as he has been at the start of the series, they've got to be able to find a way to get rid of his impact. The Solar needed to score that. That net was open. Luigi Nava is not going to give them a second chance. Now, Stunzi, that's one is wide. Solar missing his chances, and for the Snowcones, that one was about the easiest they had all series. But look again here as Gray, and he's going the wrong direction there, Solar. Not ready for it. Again, Gray, very rare that he would make a mistake like he did in Game 2. More often than not, you see people outplay him. Not usually him outplaying himself. Eli Marcus. Fuller already up forward. Great pre-jump there. And we'll give the Snowcones a little bit of time to push upfield. Luigi Nava's touch. Sergev, oh, what a redirect! That one's on! Sergev doubles the lead to 2! And Team SYN Esports have continued to ascend. 2 for Team SYN, 1 for X35. And as they continue to find ways to open the net, Sergev scoring maybe one of the last things our X35 Snowcones want to see. So far this game, they've had to deal a lot with Luigi Nava scoring. Now that his teammates are starting to feel that confidence, it's going to get a whole lot worse on offense. Team SYN, one more. Eli Marcus finds the net. And at this point for the Snowcones, they've given far too much time. Team SYN are warmed up. And this game 3 may be a wash, like the other 2 games which we've seen overtime in. This one goes a whole lot different. That scoreline also making a statement here just as much. Solar. Luigi Nava. Back in is Gray, as it is 135 Snowcones. Again, I've not won on this stream just yet. I've not been able to find their chance. That's a beautiful shot from Sergev, and well, just a great play there. Is again, it's actually Segrev. I just noticed. I think I might have misspelled his name. Segrev, able to get that one. Team SYN continue the scoring. This point for Snowcones, is this a go next decision? I feel like it isn't. At least not yet. They still have time, but when you've given up 4 goals to Team SYN, I don't see a way you can eventually beat them in that position. Just last game, Team SYN able to find 5 goals, so and their offense finding so much effectiveness here. Again, for Snowcones, just feels like that rotation, not able to communicate enough, and it's tough to do against Team SYN. This is a team that's been around for so long. Their offense is just so good, but they just don't have people in nets when they need them to. So again, here they have the ability, but you see a double commit there as Gray and Solar both jumping at the same play when it was Gray who was already calling it. Team SYN Esports just in total control right now of this game and potentially of their future, although X35 Snowcones just trying to find a way to answer to that. It's great. Elaine Marcus able to find Luigi Nava. Solar missed it on that back wall. It will be Gray on this one, and maybe here's a chance. Solar looking for a second touch, but Eli Marcus won't give it to him. Team SYN Esports who will shut things down. Snowcones have not been shut out yet this series. Haven't even scored less than 3 goals in any of these games so far. As I said, a huge change of momentum. Team SYN Esports have finally warmed up. This is where all 3 players are starting to, again, show up as that 3-headed offense that you know they can be, that I've mentioned that they can be. And if they do continue to find that kind of connection, I don't see a way Snowcones wins this one. The team just isn't built to handle that kind of offense. Solar trying to find something. Great second touch. That's going to go in front, but Zagreb will not give it to him here as Eli Marcus. Out midfield, Luigi Nava. Second there, but unable to get by Stunzy. Zagreb! Stopped by Solar. I can't believe he actually got a piece of that. He was well out of his net. But Team SYN Esports, at this point, just playing for time. They know they have Game 3. All that really matters is, how's Game 4 going to go for them? Even though they have match point, X35 Snowcones still have, again, that foundation. Have proven against very strong teams that they do have those capabilities to come back. Team SYN looking for offense. Great. Able to get the block. He will get around Zagreb, but unable to do so. As Solar waiting a bit too much there. Luigi Nava off the back wall, and X35 Snowcones quick to clean that play up, but unable to get the ball out as Sunzi beat by Luigi. But it will be the Snowcones who will clear this out once more and let's Game 3 end. A shutout here. Team SYN Esports on match point. It has been their best game so far, their most consistent. Zagreb with a huge stand-up performance, 3 goals. I do apologize that I don't know how to misspell his name. But again, that ends Game 3. To end the series, however, there's still a little bit more action to go through, and it's still have potential for Game 5. But next up, Game 4, Utopia Coliseum. A series that has not stopped, has not shut down here. We continue. Again, reminder, it is a best of 5, so at this point for Team SYN, they're only 1 win away from taking the series, going up 2-1, rebounding from their deep loss from last week. The first loss this season. Currently their only loss this season. The Snowcones, again, a team that came in with so much confidence. This has been anything but confident from them. As their Week 3 maybe ending even worse than their Week 1 did. Team SYN Esports just need a few goals. They'll be set for Game 4. Snowcones will have to do all they can to keep them out of that net. You've seen already from Team SYN, there is no shortage of goal-scoring opportunities that they have taken. As Solar beat by Zagreb, but look at a piece of it there just in time. Zagreb had actually had the jump on him there as well, which really surprised me they didn't get there first. But Snowcones aren't going to complain. They're going up for offense, and was a great chance there from Stunzy. Solar now trying to push his way through. Race up there with him as well, so Stunzy has to play a little bit more defensive. Eli Marcus, Luigi Nava unable to get there. Gray faked out as well, but Solar has the net! No one jumped for Team SYN Esports. And for the Snowcones, it's a huge sigh of relief. They will take the lead first in Game 4. Initially, that pass looked like it was for Luigi Nava, but Zagreb was right behind him as well. Just surprised that neither of them were actually jumped up when they saw Stunzy pushing up for that play, but to be fair, a very tough position as Solar makes it to his second. And the Snowcones firing on all cylinders, and more specifically, Solar is. And to be fair, I think this is the most likely player to have done this as well. In his last couple games, he's had issues with his shooting accuracy, but not with taking his chances. He's been by far the best shooter. One of the better shooters on this team. And now that his accuracy is fixed up, and his offense is fixed up. Snowcones now with a return offense in Game 4. As Solar with his third point, Ray will put this one in off the assist, and for the Snowcones, an even bigger sigh of relief that this Game 4 has been beautiful from them so far. And it's been quick too, which has been one of the big points that they have definitely made against them when they played SYN in Game 3. That's just how quick these games can get out of hand. They're showing that against Team SYN, they can do that as well. Although 3 goals may not be enough here. Again, Team SYN has scored at least 2 every single game. Down by 3, this is going to be a very new position for Team SYN Esports, as that one nearly own goal by Solar. Gray will have the chance. Zagreb, he'll be back in time, but the only one with boost right now is Eli Marcus. Gray looking for Solar. He's got him too. And it is a hat trick for Solar. Gravy turning the favor. He scored off an assist from Solar earlier. Now it will be Gray to assist Solar. The 4th goal this game from the Snowcones. There's been a ton of chances already. The Snowcones have come out swinging. Definitely a revenge arc. What happened in Game 3? Once again, the Snowcones looking down a Game 5 on this stream. The last time they did against Swordfish, SYN, it did not end so well for them. It was SYN, a very defensive team. This Team SYN side, very offensive, and SYN also full of a ton of veterans. Team SYN, well, you have players like Luigi Nava who have been here for a very long time and seem to do really well when the pressure's high. Also got the his teammates who maybe not as accustomed to this all-star division and to pressure that is in front of them, but Snowcones trying to find some more offense. Solar looking for a preset there to the back wall. Again, for the Snowcones at this point, it's all about finding that confidence, finding that voice, and really, I think more so, demoralizing Team SYN. Again, with Game 5 ahead of them, as long as they keep up what they're doing, they've got to make sure that Team SYN Esports does not feel confident going into it. Just like how Team SYN gave 35 Snowcones no goals last game, you think Snowcones are going to have that exact same goal in mind. As he just stopped Solar from yet another goal. I think Solar's been scoring too many times, or at least Gray's been thinking that. Blocking Solar on what was actually going to go in there. At least it looked like it was going in as well. He had the top left corner in sight. As Luigi Nava, Solar gets the clear away, and Gray already upfield. He'll hit on that touch from Zagreb, as now he'll go. Eli Marcus on the block. And that just means that it's a little bit of time for Team SYN Esports. Here on defense, enough to get boost and to try to break their way out. Demos across both sides here. But no chances created. Here's one! Luigi Nava will make me my words. And the one thing Snowcones didn't want was a goal from Luigi Nava. He's been clutch for this team so often, in so many different positions on the stream. You have a feeling he might do it again in Game 5. That is if we are going there. Team SYN aren't exactly making it clear that they want to go there, as, well, they may have to settle with it. It's another kickoff goal here, as Eli Marcus has had a couple issues on that kickoff. That one he just plain out missed, and the Snowcones are going to take that. Ironically, it's been Gray who's been scoring a lot of the kickoff goals, so take that what you will. As now another kickoff issue. Zagreb didn't even go for it. But for Team SYN, they were prepared. Tap back a little bit further. That shot will not go in the net here, as Solar by Eli Marcus. That one really finding the net, is Gray going the wrong direction here. Snowcones feel a little bit more jittery right now. I don't know if that has to do with the fact that they know they're going to Game 5, that the pressure is on them to play like this in Game 5, or it has more to do with their playstyle, but feels like there's a lot of jitters from this team, a lot of rushed plays. They're just trying to make things fast, and Team SYN are fine with that. They look so much more calm right now in that pressure, in that pacing. Actually, if Snowcones may have taken the start of this game, the end of this game has been as even as games 1 and 2 have been. Not a good sign for X35 Snowcones going into Game 5, because, again, when you've got a player like Luigi Nava, who definitely is known to be clutch, this is going to be a very tough position, but for X35 Snowcones, they'll be happy they just got there, at least at this point. And for the second time on this stream, Snowcones will see a match end on Champions Field. They will not get one more goal this game, but admittedly, they didn't really need one. They're settling for Champions Field. It's where this series will go to end. It's where most series, sorry, not most series, but a ton of series go to die out. This one has gotten a little bit more blindsided every single game, but go to Game 5. We go to Champions Field, and both these teams are 1-1 right now, so play is on them to perform at that level. Champions Field, Game 5. What a great way to come back to this stream. I'm sure all of you out there love to see it as well. Make sure you type in chat, guys, if you guys like Game 5s. I love them. You guys, I'm sure, love them as well. You know what this means. And the best of 5 series, and our only match tonight as well. Happy that it was able to go the distance for all of us. Series definitely deserved it. As we will see ourselves head to Champions Field. Both these teams took that full minute to talk things out. But that minute's gone, and now it's game time. Champions Field, the end of the series. The Snowcones were here in week 1, were unable to get that win against Swordfish SYN, a team full of so many veterans. Now in Game 5, in this series, it may be the exact same story. Zagreb will score first as Eli Marcus faked out so many players, and you saw Stunzy there. He was in the right position initially, but I think it was more focused on the fact that there was a bump incoming rather than the shot itself. SYN Esports making sure the priorities of Snowcones is mixed, and whenever you as a defender don't know what's going to happen next, just means that you have to delay a little bit more. It means that every shot can be a little bit more effective. Snowcones still trying to find that space, but Luigi Nava. Stunzy back in, Zagreb. Spy Gray, Eli Marcus up with him as well. A bit of a double commit there from Team SYN, but Snowcones not sending too many players upfield. It will not cost Team SYN Esports here, and the Snowcones, yeah, if they're gonna play defensively this game, they're not off to a great start, as that's a huge miss off the back wall. No challenge, however. Eli Marcus didn't have a lot of boost. I don't think he wanted to go for it in hopes that he wouldn't overcommit, but that may have just cost him. Gray, tap down, Zagreb will be there. The Snowcones, their first major chance of the game, doesn't go too badly. Solar, though, can't get to this one. And what we saw at the end of Game 4 were the jitters from the Snowcones. Stunzy jittering here. That touch, well, does get past Zagreb. He needed to do more on it. Said he's gone the wrong direction. And he's just assisted Team SYN Esports for their second goal of the game. It's only getting worse here for Snowcones. They've got to recuperate fast. Solar, flip, reset. That's found the net! Oh my goodness! That may be the answer they need. It's Solar on an impossible angle. And the Snowcones will find a goal back. But off the kickoff, Eli Marcus! He's gonna make it 3-1! And for Team SYN Esports, they've finally taken a kickoff. All these teams have been playing so aggressively off those spots, it's no surprise to see goals go in. For Team SYN Esports, what a time to get that goal. They reinstate the 2-goal lead over the Snowcones as Gray not able to answer past Zagreb. The bumps from Team SYN starting to show themselves. Zagreb. Solar kind of left that play there for Luigi Nava, but he had no chance of scoring. It will not be costly as Gray will take this one across the field. And yet the recovery was going the wrong direction too. Beautiful display of mechanics. And it's Gray who in Game 5 brings out quite the goal. Now once again, only 1 goal in it for both these teams. Gray, it's past 2 players there. That play from Solar. Zagreb going backwards just to get a piece of it. Gray fakes it. Stunzy, not able to get by Eli Marcus. Solar, long touch, Luigi Nava. He's going to set himself up for a huge air dribble clear. That will give Team SYN time on offense. It's an easy save for Snowcones. They're going to traverse the field. Stunzy. Luigi up first, Eli Marcus. They'll help out, and the Snowcones still not wanting to play too aggressive. They've got to get a goal, though. While the time is not against them here, it may be very, very soon. Stunzy. Eli Marcus not able to get him, too. Stunzy! Second touch! That's off the back post. Another very tight angle, but as we've seen from Solar, Solar, he's already shown that this team may have a bit of a deftness for those kind of plays. As Gray now, one-on-one to Luigi Nava, looking for the last outplay, but he's hit wide of the net. He may have been looking for the demo on that play, but his final touch was just way too heavy. He's hit it wide just to hit his team to keep that ball possession. As now he'll go again. Great first touch. Eli Marcus will block him, though. I think he was waiting to see if there would be a whiff there, but that never happened. Zagreb! It's off the back! It's in for 2 up! Team SYN Esports not letting go. And for the Snowcones, they've had their chances this game, but their defense, once again, is not showing up when they need it to. And now time's becoming an issue. Stunzy, Gray, unable to find the net. Solar. As this player found the corner, but yeah, Snowcones just don't seem to be able to challenge us. Stunzy already leaving the play here. He's got to make a block there on the back wall. And at this point for the Snowcones, they can't be giving up that offense too often. They are just not going to get that many chances to work with. Stunzy. Bumped out. Solar. Almost a giveaway there to Eli Marcus, but he does get back just to force out the challenge. Now Gray on the flick. Luigi had to react quick because that one was whiffed on. And at this point for the Snowcones, they're just pushing for anything. Gray. Oh, wow, that's a very rough first touch from Gray. Stunzy. Who's going to be clutch for the Snowcones? Can anybody be clutch for the Snowcones? Solar! Oh my, what a redirect! Solar gives the Snowcones hope! I don't know how on earth he thought that that was where he needed to go, but he's made the right decision. No one saw it coming. 44 seconds left. The Snowcones are still in it. Team SYN, though, one more goal surely will end this game. Luigi Nava blocked by Solar. Now he's looking up high. It's Gray keeping this one. But no play on the end of it. Solar with a pinch down the field. Gray waiting on this, but time now in its final moments. Solar, Zagreb blast back. Solar, oh, he shot it straight at him. Now look again, but Luigi's already there. And now he'll clear. This will go in the net and end the series. Team SYN Esports will win it. And on Champions Field as well. At final chance, it was Segreb who made the clutch play, but the shot from Solar was straight at him. And for 100x35 Snowcones, it will be the quality that will lose it for them. I think that final missed chance really does describe how the series has gone for them. It has been a quality issue for Snowcones this entire season. And unfortunately, they still can't seem to find it. But we'll end the match. Team SYN, the same kind of aggression that we've seen before from this side. It took them a while to actually get ready, get warmed up, which is going to be something that I want to look into future games, but for this one, it's a 2-1 record now for Team SYN Esports. Game 5 as well. That's in Team SYN's first time in Game 5, and for Snowcones, it's their second time they've lost on Game 5 this season. It has been a horrible season in terms of the Game 5s that Snowcones have had to deal with. Team SYN Esports. What a return to this stream. It's been a while since we've seen them came back, and they came back with an exciting match, one that I think deserved to be on the stream. So I'm so happy to be back in time to see this series. What? As we're gonna get a little interview here with Team SYN. I think they want to have Segreb join in, so we'll get him in here for you guys in just a moment. Again, that was our only match tonight, so all of you who showed up for it, thank you so much. It's been amazing having you all, but stick around, we got a little interview to go to here. Will not be our last time in the Royalty Series this week. In fact, we've got a match tomorrow afternoon, as well as on Thursday, I want to say. Thursday, we have a match Friday, we have a match series as well. As and joining us here, will be Segreb, and the only player from Team SYN that I didn't really know coming into this matchup, but definitely showed up. He was a player I didn't mention too often, but the way he was playing with the position he wanted, I don't think he will mind. Joining us here is Segreb from Team SYN Esports. A 3-2 win in Game 5. Great. We haven't seen you before on this stream, but we have seen Team SYN. You guys return after, again, many months off of the stream with a Game 5 win, a huge win as well, because it might be a win that can change your whole season. How are you feeling, Segreb? Because seriously, that series did not start off well for you specifically, but as it got going, you really got into it, and Team SYN started to become much more unstoppable in offense. How are you feeling now after this series?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still nervous. My hands are shaking. It was a tough series. I think it was the third game in which I scored 3 goals, and I don't know. I don't know. I just picked, I think, but I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy the result came in, and I don't know. Let's lock in for the next games.
You said as well, I think one of the things you guys are going to look into those future weeks is making sure you start off a little hotter, because this series very easily could have gotten out of hand in those first 2 games. You guys took Game 2 though, and had a huge overtime win, going back-to-back overtimes, losing in Game 1, then coming back in Game 2, even when you didn't look your best. That really set the tempo for this series for you guys. That Game 2 win was huge. Just like, what did you guys talk about after Game 2? Because that seemed to be the turning point.
Well, we talked about specifically to trust each other and to stop getting nervous and overcommitting, because I think that was the main reason we lost the first game. So we tried to concentrate a little bit more, and we got the result then.
You guys got that result. Win over the Snowcones. This team very aggressive as well. I mean, you guys are known for your offense. It hasn't changed, and I think a lot of that is because Luigi Nava is still leading this team, so it feels like it's Luigi Nava really just enforcing that kind of playstyle. Luigi Nava is a huge veteran for you, Segreb. I'm assuming this might be, is this what your first season in Royalty?
No, I was
Is it you're
actually
here?
since the
Were you
very
here?
beginning.
Were you here last season then as well?
Yeah.
You were.
Actually, I think the very first caster that caster team was you. I think it was about
Oh,
a
wait, did you
year
go by
ago.
did you go by different? Were you wait? Question: Were you on the challenger team then?
We were original named Anticlanes.
Oh, you're an Anticlanes. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you are definitely noted. I was like, Seiko, I don't recognize that name, but if you're an Anticlanes Yankees, no surprise here. Then because I recognize that team name. But even coming in with a player like Luigi Nava, who is a veteran in these things, kind of being able to team up with him here as well. That veteran talent out of Luigi Nava. Talk to me about that kind of leadership because it really felt like so many of these series rely on his leadership, but he always seems to pull through. What's it like having a leader like him? Because so many teams lack a true leader, but you guys have one, and Luigi Nava does his role very well.
I think he does his job very well. He keeps the nerves of the team very chill on the games, so it is pretty useful for us to perform at our best level. So yeah, it is so helpful to have a leader in the team.
That there with Luigi Nava. Well, again, you're taking on the Snowcones. You don't know what your matches are going to come up next few weeks. It's one of the fun things about the Royalty Series. At least I think it's fun, is that you don't know what match you're gonna get. So, for you guys, obviously, having to prepare every single week for a different opponent, not really knowing who they are, do you think that favors you guys overall to have it where you have less time to prepare for those matchups, or do you think it's something that you guys just kind of have to work around as kind of a bit of a hindrance? Because for some teams, they love it that they have random matchups because it means that they get to inflict their own playstyle, that teams don't get to play to their playstyle as easily. Some teams it means that they can't prepare as easily. So for Team SYN, what's that like, kind of getting a new opponent every single week? Because for some teams it's a benefit, for some it isn't.
Um, well, I think I would I want to look at the best part of it because we are always trying to implement our playstyle to the other team. I think this is something we have been working to well a lot since we were in Anticlanes. So having the opportunity to play with different teams, each week, it is also it is a benefit for us because we get to practice our playstyle and try to impose our playstyle earlier in the matches with the different teams we are matching. So I think it's been working. I think we have been improving that on that point, and I don't think it will stop improving.
As well, the confidence here from you, and for good reason. You said it as well. This team is prepared this season, and they've looked so good as well, taking on the Snowcones. Congratulations on your win, Segreb, into Team SYN Esports. Before you leave, is there any last things you want to say? Any shoutouts? Any final comments?
Well, thank you for everyone that saw the cast, and we'll keep it up with the news of our team, of our new matches. We'll do our best. Thank you very much, Sporty.
Of course, and thank you so much for joining, Segreb. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
That was Segreb there of Team SYN Esports joining in for a little interview there. It's Team SYN, who again have not been on this stream for months, since even the last time we saw them, back when the Skyward series was still a thing. So they're back, get their win of the Snowcones in a thrilling Game 5. But that's it for us tonight. Thank you all so much for being so supportive. It does mean a lot to me that the support is there from all of you. For us, we're gonna get a raid going here. Thank you all so much for being so supportive and joining the Sporty stream. I'm Sporty FC. We'll be live again with more action tomorrow, but for now, take care. Have a great evening. See you guys very, very soon.